PowerPoint offers a very easy way to get content up on your screens. When we're using PowerPoint, if you're familiar with it, then you'll understand how the templates are created here. This is just a very basic landscape 1920 by 1080 example for our digital signage. So in this case, I just started a new blank presentation in PowerPoint, and you do get some kind of design ideas with the new versions of PowerPoint. These are kind of fun if you like to play around with different backgrounds in there, or just keep it simple, plain. That's okay too. So usually what I do, if you don't need to have any background in there and you just want to add your own image to it, then you can certainly drag and drop content into the PowerPoint space. So I'll just drag and drop one of these sample backgrounds that I have here just to show you what we can do with PowerPoint. So we've added this background in here, and the Engage PhD software has a lot of free backgrounds that you can use from the Engage PhD store. Let me toss our screen share up there to the software. So on the dashboard, if we go to the store icon on our navigation here, we can actually sort by assets, templates, and widgets. There are some pre-built templates in here that you can use, but you'll find a lot of these backgrounds for free, and these are sized for landscape or portrait, so feel free to explore the store. But in our scenario here, maybe we want to add some text in here, so you can certainly insert text into our space here. Let's grab a text box here. So insert our text box, and then we would drag it where we want it to sit, resize it, play around with the font styles. Now you want to be sure though the background will fit the full height and width of your screen. So usually what I do is I'll go to the Design tab here, and then I'll go to the slide size, and then you just want to make sure that you're on widescreen, not standard. So widescreen is going to be very helpful for a landscape. If you do have portrait, then you would want to go to custom slide size and then switch that over to portrait instead. But since we're on widescreen, we should be okay. And now we can add text to this, add additional images, and then what you'll want to do is not save it as a PowerPoint file. We'll actually want to go to the Save As icon. And if you don't have this icon, then you can use the little drop down here and go to More Commands. And then you can scroll down and you should be able to find the Save As alphabetically. And once you click on that, you can add it to your panel. Click OK. Since I already have it, I'll just click on the Save As. And then this is where you want to name your presentation. So you probably don't want it presentation or slide 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So from here, you can actually name it. Maybe this is add 1 as an example, or maybe include the date if there's a specific time when this is running. So once we have the file name in there, then we'll go to the Save As Type drop down. So we want to change PowerPoint presentation to either a JPEG or a PNG. So either one of these formats, I usually go with JPEG. Either one of these image formats will work. So I will save this to my desktop, and it's going to ask us if we want to save all slides or just this one. Since that's the only one we have, either one will work, but you'll probably want to save them individually if you do have more than one slide in here. So just this one. And now I'm going to go back over to the software side of things. On our dashboard, we can head over to Playlists. So let's say that we're adding this to a playlist as a full screen piece of content, maybe as a menu board or an advertising, a promotional piece of content. You can also add images to layouts as well. Let's go over to Playlists, and I have a menu rotation playlist. I also have a promotions playlist. Create New button will allow you to create that new playlist. Click on the playlist you want to open. And then we're going to use the Upload Media tab to either drag and drop that file into the upload box. I'm just going to grab it from my desktop here and then open it, and that's going to upload the new JPEG. And now we can head back over to Assets and then drag and drop that down into the timeline. But maybe we want to add this to a layout. Let's take a look at that scenario. So let me see what I have in my sample layout here. So we'll just replace this background that we added here with our new background. So when you're in the Layout Designer, click on the Add Image icon. We already uploaded our image when we were in the playlist, but you would use the Upload Media tab if you haven't uploaded your new file yet. And it's in the Asset Library once you've uploaded it. So I'm just going to click on it, and you'll see that it's a little bit smaller just because the resolution's a little bit smaller than 1920 by 1080, but I'm just going to use the layer here, and I'm going to make the width 1920 and then the height here 1080. Whoop. And then click Apply. And that'll ensure that it fits the full height and width of our layout design. So that's an example of how you can use PowerPoint, a pretty powerful tool, to create some static content for your digital signage.